Hi, I'm Pastor Kelly Grace Fryer, coming to you today with Unfolding Grace. Let me just look. Oh, wait a minute. I got fingerprints all over my iPad. Isn't that just makes it hard to read? But fingerprints mean I've been there, right? You know, this last Thanksgiving, my grandkids came to see me, and I had little fingerprint handprints on my patio door. I didn't want to clean it for the longest time because it reminded me they've been here. And it was just a happy memory. I got to thinking about fingerprints. You know, sometimes they're annoying, like on your iPad or other places, but it means you've been there. And if it was a crime scene, they can come in and dust for fingerprints, and they can match up those fingerprints with a database and find out who was there. But how about the fingerprints of God in your life? What about those times where He's touched you? And you think, well, a fingerprint's a small thing. Sometimes God has touched in your life, and it was so small, so slight, just like a fingerprint. You didn't even notice it was Him. Because sometimes God's fingerprints come through other people. I was thinking of that recently. The times that God has so touched my life, but some of His fingerprints did come through other people. Sometimes their kindness, or someone letting me know, I was praying for you. When I was going through a really hard time, there were people praying for me. There were people coming around me. Those were the fingerprints of God, and God saying, I'm here. I'm touching your life. And sometimes it's good to remember, in Psalms 105, verse 5, is to remember His wonders which He has done, His marvels and judgments uttered by His mouth. And then in Psalms 143, it says, I remember the days of old, and I meditate on all your doings. I muse at the works of your hands. Ooh, the works of God's hands when He touches us. And you say, well, I've never felt God touch me. Nah, there's no fingerprints in my life. Well, then quit dodging Him, because He's always reaching out to you. He really is. Sometimes through people, sometimes just to your heart and Him speaking to you. All the time He's speaking through His word. He's wanting to put fingerprints all over your life. And it's so much so that, they can go in there and dust for you at the crime scene and say, ooh, God has been here all over this one. That's the kind of life I want to have, with God's fingerprints all over me. His fingerprints in my life. And I want to be God's fingerprints to other people too. I want to reach out to them. We need to have His grace. That's what it's all about, His divine influence. That's what I've been talking about. Really, His divine influence, you could say it's His fingerprints on your life. Let God just touch you, get His fingerprints all over your life. Because it's so wonderful. Because what He leaves behind is an impression that's forever lasting. This has been Pastor Kelly Grace with Unfolding Grace, talking to you about God's divine influence in your life. God bless.